We're going to start a minute early or so, and so we can get our first guest up here. He's got another appointment, so we appreciate that. Try to accommodate you the best we can. Welcome to the Seneca County Board of Commissioner meeting. Today's Thursday, October 31st, 2024. It's 10 a.m. This is our regular board session. We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Retired veteran Dennis Snee will lead us in prayer.
Please bow your head and pray in your way as I do mine. Lord, thank you for this day. I mean, the weather is unbelievable, but we know even when the weather is not great, your wisdom is there, and it's for a reason. God, thank you. Speaking of wisdom, just that you give this to the commissioners and make the right decisions, and the civilians are input also. It's all in your name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Here.
Commissioner Schuff?
Here.
Commissioner Frankert?
Here. Okay, at this time, I'll accept the motion to approve the digital audio recording of a previous board session, Thursday, October 21st, 2024.
24th.
24, October 24th, 2024.
Yes.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Frankert?
Yes.
Commissioner Schuff?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes. Floor is yours. We have a guest, Ed Van Hoos, with North Central Electric, and I'd like you to take the floor.
Great. Well, I'm
Bring
here
it on
today
down.
with my team. We came dressed in our Halloween outfits as appropriate for October 30th.
I know.
Yeah, no, but we definitely want to come in and just announce with you guys that we have successfully obtained a Rural Economic Development Loan and Grant Program through the USDA, which is a program available to cooperatives like North Central Electric to help spur economic development within the county. And we've done that in coordination with the commissioners, with Seneca County, to help fund the EMS building. And so just under $1 million will be used for this program. And that's a huge benefit just by itself. But more than that, this program is going to be used to establish a revolving loan fund, which we will then be able to re-lend back out repeatedly to other entities within the county to help spur further economic development. North Central Electric North Central Electric's board invested $60,000 of North Central's money into the program in order to get it started. And then, of course, the commissioners participated by allocating funds toward the EMS. Again, this isn't monies that weren't already going to be spent toward it. It's just a program that we can use to leverage 0% interest monies over a 10-year period to allow to get this program going, use some of North Central's resources, and then also establish that revolving loan fund, which we're really excited about to help spur other projects within the county. So just a total win all around, and we're very pleased to be able to announce that today.
It's fantastic.
Thanks, and we, hats off to North Central Electric and you, Ed, for your vision. You're doing things such as broadband work, partnering up with Bascom. This is something new. You're looking at housing, putting some money in infrastructure for housing. And so we're really grateful you're domiciled here in the county and that we can work with you. We've talked about this before. We're not at the signing of the paperwork yet, right, Jimmy? We have a little bit of legal back and forth to clean up, but the county will be borrowing money from North Central, and we will be paying it back. There's an amortization schedule we're going to work out over a 10-year period of time, and it's at 0% interest. And the funds are used for we calling it the New Riggle?
It would be Station 5.
Station 5.
New Riggle.
Yeah, for Station 5 out on County Road 6. So, do we have any comments, questions?
No, I think it's great work, and, you know, collaborative effort, I mean, that's what we all try to do and stuff on, so, yeah, thank you for taking the lead on this.
Yeah.
Yes, it's gonna be, like I say, we know we have to pay it back, but 0%, you know, it kind of frees up some cash for other, you know, things.
By the way, Jimmy, already did a good job.
They have, without them.
So I wanted to put a plug in, since the boss is here.
Absolutely. Thank you. It's amazing what they've done. This is our first one for North Central Electric, and so we'd like to see this program utilized more and more and more. It's been a goal of mine over this past 6 years to try and get one of these done. I'm excited to see the first one go in, but it's definitely not the last one that we're going to do. We want to see this
No, you
program
have
utilized
to.
more. Yeah, so this helps establish that framework and really gets us going to help doing economic development.
Barb, you want to add anything?
I just appreciate all the time and effort that Jimmy and Audrey put into that. I mean, there's a lot for them to do. Little on my part, but a lot for them to do and questions to be answered, and I
You're
appreciate
being modest.
that.
You did a ton too, so we appreciate your work on it. Yeah, it was like hundreds of pages of,
Yeah.
doing all sorts of work, so. But it was great.
So now you have Jimmy as,
Yeah, wait. Hold on. Are you
so
serious?
now you have Jimmy as the expert to continue to do this.
Barb is becoming a USDA expert.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah.
Government thanks.
We love dealing with the federal government.
Yeah.
I would just say to the public that we'll have more detail on this as we discuss as commissioners our capital projects. We're working really hard on our capital list with our budget, and I think this requires more conversation at another later date in our
Yes.
meeting. And of course, we'll have to pass
Yeah.
approval and sign everything, but this is a great announcement. Jimmy, you want to add anything?
I just think we've kind of talked about, most likely we would roll this out like January 1 is what you guys have kind of requested. So some legal stuff, some paperwork that will get finalized, and I'm just really excited, happy to work with you guys on it, and I think it's going to have a lot of benefits for years to come.
We're excited. Thanks, Ed. Would you like to come up for a quick picture? I know you have to
we can do
go.
that.
He's a busy man, travels all over the country, and we appreciate you coming in and supporting us.
Come back with
We can do one with everybody, and then we can move.
That's old school.
Oh, no.
You probably didn't have to go that way.
more, or are we good?
That's good.
You get
I think we're gonna have to make it be good. All right, look this way and smile. All right, thanks. One more time, guys.
Uh-oh.
Alrighty, and if everyone can just go ahead and relax their arms. There we go. All right, 1, 2, 3. We'll do one more here. 1, 2, 3. All right, thank you.
I was like.
Thank you, sir. Good to see you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'm gonna hang out, so if there are questions or anything, and then I'm gonna talk to Sherry after about it. So, I'm gonna stay and.
Well, 6 after, we did pretty good. Audrey, do you want to introduce me to someone?
What's that?
If you want Ed,
I'm very.
if you want Ed for an event, you have to book him 2 months ahead. Okay, proclamation. How do we want to do this? Love local. Bryce, you want to come up? First, I think, Marissa. And then Commissioner Schuff has the proclamation.
All right, so we have our whole team here today. So tomorrow kicks off our Love Local season. So it started back in 2021. A lot of businesses and organizations came to us and said, hey, obviously the holiday season with increased spending, is there not an opportunity to really take advantage of that, let the community know who we are? And so, they have Small Business Saturday, which is also the same day as the Ohio State versus Michigan game, which really hurts us here in Ohio, I should say too. And so we're like, how do you take Small Business Saturday, take that impact, and really make it last throughout the holiday season. And so we launched the campaign in 2021. We've done it every year since, and every year it continues to grow. We continue to evolve and add more things, whether it be social media. If you go to a lot of the small businesses throughout the community, throughout the county, you'll see a Love Local cling on their windows as you walk in the door, usually next to their chamber decals that are there as well. And really the big thing is, it's through social media, it's through just general education on how do we let our community know what businesses are here. And so our biggest thing is obviously awareness is step one for us, and that's extremely important. But then once you gain the awareness, and then you get to know the small business owner who's behind the organization, who took the risk, who, every week they never know if that income's going to come. They're going to be able to, how they budget their income. It's a lot of us, right? We know what we're going to get at the end of the week. We know what that looks like, and a lot of these small businesses obviously don't know what that looks like every single week, and they kind of, ride things out throughout the year. And really the biggest thing, obviously, with the Love Local season is that, $67 for every $100 spent locally, 67 basically stays within the community. And if you support a non-local organization or entity, historically, $43 stay locally. Other things as well, that, local retailers invest 52% back into the community. If non-local, it's 14%. So again, those are those small businesses that are investing in, the Little League teams, the sponsorships, and really keeping those dollars back into our local ecosystem. And so the biggest thing for us, as a chamber and really as a community organization, is that we go to great lengths to ensure that our community knows what's happening. And so basically from tomorrow through the end of the year, you'll see a daily, at least social media page post up from our organization spotlighting a local business throughout the county. And we really played more of emphasis this year on really encompassing the entire county. I think when we first started the program, it was kind of, the ones that were probably easiest to get, the ones that were more probably Tiffin area. You'll see this year we've done a lot more work in going out throughout the county and featuring those businesses. But from our standpoint, again, extremely important that we focus on our business community, and obviously from the commissioner's side of things. I know Barb reported in the last meeting that sales tax from the last month was up just a tick, but obviously overall it's down. And so, obviously the sales tax is, really a significant part of your guys' income as commissioners and supporting the community. So not only when we, love local, we not only support our local community and our businesses, but, really the tax burden that our, our government, obviously the more we're able to keep those dollars locally, that's more dollars that, you guys are able to use to support, EMS, support the sheriff's office, support all these different entities and these, loyal county employees that do a lot for our community. And Marissa's going to touch real quick on the Love Local Lounge.
Yeah, so on the first page that you received, it talks a little bit about what to expect for the 2024 campaign. What we're doing, Judy has been very busy and an asset in going out and getting pictures of members, getting feedback from them, what they expect, how can we assist with them and support them as we approach this holiday season. And like we said, Love Local is all year long, but with this, people are used to spending more money during the holiday season, so how can you capture them and take advantage of that? So that's the first page. It also includes our pillars of why we want people to love local and helping to educate on that. And then new this year is we're introducing the Love Local Lounge. So on Small Business Saturday, while people are out and about and hopefully loving local and strolling the streets and finding the perfect gifts or finding good deals for themselves, they will actually be able to come into our office where the Love Local Lounge will be located. Ewalls is generously letting us use furniture and comfy couches. Ralph's Joy of Living is donating a TV, a setup so we can play the game. We'll have a slideshow of all of our Love Local businesses being featured. We'll have snacks from local businesses, and then also a little pick-me-up bar that people can grab tchotchke from local businesses, coupons, things like that. That way, even if they don't get to those places on Small Business Saturday, they can continue to love local throughout. So a good opportunity for people to come in. They can drop off their husbands if they need, or whatever that may look like, and continue on their way. So every hour, we'll also be doing a Chamber Cash giveaway, so they can continue to love local. That is our local gift certificate program that people can use at local businesses. So if you show us a receipt, every receipt is one raffle ticket from a local business, and hopefully to keep that going. So this is our first year doing this, but we hope it will be successful. We see that there's a need in that, is that people need a place to take a break or to be able to win something. So we're very excited about the Love Local Lounge.
And then kind of add to that, Marissa said year long, we also have the Chamber Cash program. that continues to grow and be very successful. Over the last 4 years, we've done over $400,000 in chamber cash that stays locally in this community. We want to give a shout out to Old Fort Bank, which really helps us support that program. So there's really no cost to our small businesses, no cost to our organization really to do the program. And this year we're actually outpacing what we've done historically in the past, which is good. I mean, obviously we're able to keep dollars locally in our ecosystem, support, and it continues to go around. Obviously the commissioners have always personally been, obviously big believers in the Chamber Cash program. I know Commissioner Franco, for example, if you go to any event, generally speaking, he gives away Chamber Cash, which we appreciate that because it's extremely important. But, obviously I know a lot of businesses with inflation, other things that are impacting their businesses. We've had a rough year. It's been tough. And so honestly, a lot of people depend on the income from November and December to float their businesses. Generally speaking, January, February, March, April. And so it's extremely important that they have that cash infusion at the end of the year. We got pretty lucky with the solar eclipse this year where a lot of small businesses got a little push in April, but that generally doesn't happen. So I think it's extremely important we continue to promote and push and advocate for folks to understand what's here locally, and then when there's an opportunity that they choose to love local and they choose to support our business community.
So today is the end of spooky season, and tomorrow starts Love Local season, and we're so excited. So thank you very much for having us. And
Awesome.
if you have any questions or anybody that needs support,
We
please
feel
just
the
let us
love
know.
up there already.
It's good, as we should.
It's all good, yeah.
What do your earrings say?
One says trick and one says treat. I don't know where the or is, but
Somewhere in between.
I don't really think that one all the way through, but yeah. Even is that.
I think there's something else happened this month, right? Didn't you?
Yeah, I got married this month too. Yeah, too. But
I see
our
the
annual
photo
meeting,
hanging there.
I wore it today, so that's good. I didn't get out that. So. I'm not gonna lie, I went to an event yesterday, and I left it at home, and Allison said, "Where's your ring at?" And I said, it's not."
He told us he had to take it off to work out. I said, you use the stair climber. How is that affecting the ring?
Is anybody?
Make sure that's not in the paper tomorrow. Sounds good.
Anybody in any public comments or questions for him?
No, what we'd like to think of.
Chamber bucks are a great Christmas gift as well that eventually will support Love Local, right? 'Cause
Well, I would say, again, whenever it gets used, right, I mean, it continues to get that cash infusion throughout the year. So a lot of people buy around the holiday season. It's probably a huge uptick. God bless Deb, because she's the one that does them all. She used to hand sign every one of them, and she, the only big argument we've had in 4 years, I bought her a stamper to sign everyone, and she fought to the end on if she was going to stamp each one of them, but now she stamps every one of them, so yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
She's good, but.
Okay.
What's the, tell the group about the award that Deb got here recently.
Yeah, so Deb got the Women's Career Excellence Award at the annual meeting a couple weeks ago. So it was kind of fun. She's on the committee, so it makes it kind of tough to give her anything, right? Because
We had to make a lot of fake things.
so we got
Fake award proof, fake nomination.
and then I got 14 people to lie to Deb, basically. So I contacted 14 people in advance and ensured that they all voted for a placeholder person. And they did that, and it worked out well. And then I got Hawks Crystal called me. They're like, "Hey, we have the award pickup for blah blah blah," and it was the other person who was supposed to win. And I had to make sure that she was on speakerphone so she could hear, Deb could hear. And then along the way, I even got Mayor Wilkinson to say, "Hey, I screwed up the name on the proclamation for that award winner." And then he said the name of the person, and then said, "I'll drop it off to Rice later today." And that was along the way, I got everyone to lie at some point throughout the process. So it was a lot of fun. And then when the governor's office dropped off proclamations,
It was in this very sketchy envelope.
we met them in the parking lot and those kind of things. But some people thought we were going into a new part of our business. But I'll say Deb's been with the organization 29 years. Is truly deserving. I think the organization's been through leadership changes, location changes. It's been through a lot, and obviously there's always been one consistent face, and that's been Deb. And Deb's been, when I first started with the organization, I said, a lot of people could choose two different ways. This new young guy walks in the door and says, I got these crazy ideas, and she only said no to a few of them, and the rest of them she said, well, we'll see how it goes, dear. All right, so some of them she won, some of them I won, but at the end of the day, I think it's the big thing is having someone who cares about the bigger purpose of our community. There's no one that truly loves Seneca County more than Deb. Everything she does, says, she'll tell you, I think, when she goes to bed at night, she thinks about how she can make our community a better place, which is nice. But, I think the biggest thing is obviously our entire team too is committed to this community. We all have ties here, and I think it's important that when we serve this community, having the best intentions and having, at the end of the day, it's what's best for our community and not what's best for us. But Deb's been a perfect example of someone who lives that through and through.
Well deserved.
Yeah.
You're up, Commissioner.
All right, so we have a proclamation here for you. In support of the Seneca Regional Chamber of Commerce's Love Local campaign, whereas the Love Local campaign first launched by the Seneca Regional Chamber of Commerce in 2022 was inspired by American Express's annual Small Business Saturday and is designed to extend beyond a single day, encouraging continuous support of local businesses, services, and organizations throughout the year. And whereas the 2024 Love Local campaign will run from November 1st through December 31st with a mission to promote the economic, social, and cultural importance of supporting local, making Tiffin, Seneca County an even better place to live, work, play, and visit. And whereas studies show that $67 of every $100 spent locally remains within the community, compared to just $43 for non-local businesses, underscoring the vital role local spending plays in boosting our economy and creating substantial growth. And whereas money spent locally moves with higher velocity, circulating rapidly through the economy, benefiting more businesses, employees, and families, which ensures long-term prosperity for our community. And whereas local businesses reinvest 52% of their revenue back into the local economy compared to only 14% for national chains, demonstrating the importance of local businesses in sustaining jobs, infrastructure, and other community assets. And whereas though local businesses often operate on tighter margins, they prioritize investing in employee wages, facility upkeep, marketing, and community engagement, ensuring that each dollar spent locally multiplies its positive impact. And whereas the 2024 Love Local campaign will feature chamber members' spotlights through photos, videos, and social media, while businesses will display the Love Local window clings to promote participating businesses and to generate enthusiasm throughout the county. And whereas by embracing the spirit of Love Local, Seneca County residents help strengthen the community, fostering a thriving economy that reflects the unique character of our region. Therefore, the Seneca County Board of Commissioners do hereby proclaim November 1st through December 31st as Love Local season in Seneca County and encourage all residents to actively participate in the campaign by shopping, dining, and doing business locally, not just during the campaign, but throughout the entire year. And witness whereof we, the Seneca County Board of Commissioners, have hereunto set our hand to this proclamation this 31st day of October in the year of our Lord 2024. Commissioners Anthony Paradiso, Tyler Schuff, and Bill Frankert.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for all you guys do. You honor of daylight to dark.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
Can we get a quick photo too with the commissioners?
We changed out of our ghost costumes for this. Would have been really good though.
Mrs. Huss, come on up. You know, that's a heck of an idea, a lounge. Love Local lounge.
It's on Bill Franker's birthday too.
Yeah, right.
We should get you a cake.
Yeah, there you go, yeah.
I don't really want to particularly be in the middle. Too bad. Okay. Well, this side will make me look skinnier.
Ready? Look this way and smile. Stay there, because that was Bryce's time.
Just a few more. Okay.
Hang on a sec.
Thank you.
Smile.
Thank you.
Thank you, appreciate it, yeah.
Great job.
Thank you.
And congratulations, Dennis.
Thank
Droppers
you.
up there. I didn't know if I'm gonna be on the trick or treat side.
I know.
I know. I was like, I don't know which year I'm supposed to put which one in. All right.
Definitely outside line.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I gave them.
You know that Bryce went down. Brothers.
Middle bed.
Your brothers all there.
I was not.
You have good genes in the family. All right, Commissioner reports.
All right.
Okay. Commissioner Frankert.
So last Friday, it was the send-off for the honor bus. It was, what a great event. I mean, that was, you had people that's never been to DC, never, and I think that, we have the honor flight, the honor bus, and I think the honor bus really gives them time to kind of, not in a big hurry to get in and out and stuff and things. And so, yeah, there was, again, some of them have never left home before, so you had some excitement, apprehension, and so, yeah, it was a great event, and well done organizing it. And they had a little hiccup with the bus company. Original one a month ago went out of business. They had to scurry and find another bus company coming in. So it was kind of a little bit of reshuffling and making things happen. So again, the second trip is leaving tomorrow morning, and 6 o'clock again for the next group is allowed. So what a great event. It gives everybody an opportunity for closure, for remembering people you served with, and just a fantastic event. So I can't say enough good about that. Tuesday, we had land bank meeting. The land bank secured a $2.75 million grant, and working through FEDC and TCEP to see how we can utilize the funds for some new homes and stuff for people to purchase and have a forever home and move on from that point with it. Then I did stop by, so news by the numbers from the Board of Elections this morning. So as of this morning, 23% of our county has voted already. So they've had in-person to vote has been 5,167 people have been in and voted in person. They've had absentee requests, they've had 3,348, and they've received back so far 2,715 of those. So, and then with the overseas, they've had 50 requests, and they've had 26 returned already. So voting hours are today, tomorrow, 7:30 to 7:30, Saturday, 8 to 4, Sunday, 1 to 5, and Lori wanted me to say, that's it until Tuesday. So Sunday, if you're there at 5:01, sorry about your luck. If you're there at 4:55, you're good to go. So yeah, so I wanted to make sure that we put that out there loud, and that, yeah, Sunday from 1 to 5 is the last in-person voting on it. So, and that's what she made a comment also, that the ones that, the 23% already is higher than even some general elections and stuff on it. So we've already had before even Tuesday's in-person voting stuff on that. So it's gonna be quite a,
Could be a record.
Could be a record, yeah. I mean, they've already had a record of.
Well, didn't Jim
in-person.
Klein last week say something like they were anticipating 75% voting
That's what, yeah.
in the end?
And yesterday they had 400 and some people.
Wow.
And so it's really been notching up there, getting closer and closer on it then. So.
I think the record might be about 80% or something, so
Is it?
it could be trending. Yeah, there's been a couple presidentials that are up in the 75, 80 range, so.
Now
Yeah.
you mean like the total?
Of registered voters, not of votes, right? Unfortunately, that's much
80% of
lower.
registered voters?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's what I think, when they're looking about the in-person here is kind of knocking out the park.
Being
I
at
mean, we
23% is
Right.
incredible, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, that's great. Keep
It's-
voting, people.
Yep.
Vote early, vote often.
There you go.
Maybe not often.
Very good, so that's my report.
Good. Mr. Shuff?
Budgets this week, I've been working on some housing items here. We got, can't go too far into it, just say I'm working on some housing potential here for Seneca County. Also been working with an organization looking to relocate here, so be a pretty heavy investment, but that's all I'm gonna say about that for the moment. I think, Bill, you're working the election Tuesday?
Yes.
Tuesday, I'll be out of the office all day, just so you guys know. I'll be working for the Board of Elections and probably run into Bill, but I'll be out of the office on Tuesday, and like Jimmy said, and everybody else, get out and vote, and it's a big election. I don't know about the rest of you, but I'll be pretty happy when the political ads are done running. It's getting pretty ridiculous, but leave it at that. Thank you.
My other half cooks the pole, so I have dog duty. These two are out, but we divide, yeah, so it's all good. Anything else? Okay, we thought we had an interesting land bank meeting, that was good. I had a OSS budget meeting, which we're working on that next meeting in December. So trying to prepare there. Several other things throughout the week. Barb and I have been working on, we had some EMS meetings and working on budget, and probably have some discussion next Thursday about the budget, I would think.
I would hope.
Is that what everybody's hoping?
That's
up
very
here?
cool, yeah, 'cause
Yeah, I mean.
We're getting close.
Yeah, right.
Let's
Yeah, I
get
think
down to the wire, so
I
there's
think
gonna be.
Next Thursday, we'll have some discussion, and we're still trying to get it approved as the week before Thanksgiving, right?
That is my hope.
We're trying.
I'm
Might-
not
might be the
guaranteeing
week after.
anything, but that is,
Yeah.
that is the hope, so.
County administrator report.
I just have a couple of things. I was cleaning off my desk, and this must be have been on my desk for a little while. The Pleasant Ridge United Methodist Church sent us a thank you card for their 200th event.
Anniversary.
Yeah. So just, I'll pass that along. I apologize. Just so you're aware, I've been working on several public records requests for the last couple of weeks, so that's taking up a bit of my time. So things may be a little bit slower coming. There's not a lot on the agenda because I've been trying to deal with that information. Just putting that out there that, you know.
Can we stop it, man? I just want to make a comment, so the public understands. The commissioner's office, the official commissioner's office is made up of 3 people. Total. So Cheyenne sits up front. Barb's the county administrator who oversees everything in the county. We're into budgets, we're into insurance, we're into all kinds of stuff. And Andrea sits in the back who has HR. So when a public records request comes in, and fine, it's public record, we want to get the information back out. But it's impossible to get it back out in 24 hours, 48 hours, even 72 hours. She's one person, and you know, you have to call Buckeye IT, they have to go through her emails, we have to get, and it's fine, but I just think we have to have an expectation on what is reasonable timing. It's not like we're not gonna do it.
Correct.
So this is not that conversation. This is just what is reasonable turnaround time for an office that has a lot of responsibility throughout the county, and especially at certain times of year, and this being one of them. There's a lot going on that Barb has to do, so when you stop and do all that and don't get the other done, as commissioners, I think we need to get involved, and that's what I'm trying to do right now, is just make sure you can balance that, and that the public, when they request, can give us a little bit of slack on time, and then we'll get it to them.
Right, and especially
You want to add
when
anything, you guys?
they're
I don't wanna-
requesting emails, it not only I have to send that to Buckeye IT, our IT consultant. They have to gather all of those, and then I have to literally go through every one of them to determine if information needs to be redacted because it's confidential, attorney-client privilege, whatever, before I can send it out. It's not like I get it from them and I can just forward it on.
It takes some time.
And sometimes I have to send it on to our attorneys that also have to review the information and say, nope, this is not a public record, or this is, you know, this needs to be,
This
portion
is.
needs to be redacted. So, you know, it's not like I can turn, especially when you're asking for weeks or months of information, that it can be turned around in a matter of a few days.
You get it?
Yeah, I mean, bottom line
I
is,
don't want to beat it to death, but I think we said, you know.
people gotta be patient, it takes
Yeah.
time. When you have for 1 year of emails, I mean, it just.
But in fairness to the public, it's not like you're gonna just, I'm not gonna do that.
No, no,
You get a
it's,
public. I
there's
mean,
a
you're on it.
process,
You're
there's a
on it.
process to
Right,
it.
but I'm just trying to find a balance here, so we have a little discussion on, you know, what's
Sorry to
reasonable.
interrupt.
Yeah.
What do you define as a reasonable amount of time then?
There is no definition according to
good
the
question,
ORC.
actually.
There is no definition. It's whatever it takes for us to provide that
It
information.
kind of depends on the request.
Okay.
Sometimes, if it's a simple request, you're asking for a meeting agenda or meeting minutes or something like that, that can be provided relatively quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, but when you're asking for an in-depth request, reasonable amount of time, that is exactly how the Sunshine Law states it. It's a reasonable amount of time.
We should try to give, we will, when public records requests come, I think it's fair.
I try to respond with some sort of
to say,
turnaround
we'll try to
time.
get this to you in a week, or 10 days, or 2
Mhm.
weeks, or, I think that's fair to put a number on that. But understand, if it's emails, Seneca County, we have a third party that works with our IT. We don't have in-house IT. So we contact Buckeye IT and we say, we need all these emails, because they're a third party. We want you to go through all the commissioner emails pertaining to X. And they have to do it. And Jimmy, you were here when we did this.
Yep.
So we're waiting on them, and they're busy and they have people, but we're a client and they're gonna do it, but they're not gonna do it that second. You know what I mean? That's all we're trying to do. So to lower the stress level. Public records requests are part of the business, but it's just getting an expectation. It's a good question. Hopefully we can give you a better answer as we, go along here a little bit, but, when I walk in the office and we need some budget stuff, like right now, or jail stuff, or job and family service stuff, or EMS stuff, and Barb's like, I can't do it because I'm working on a public record request, then it's our job to have a conversation with Barb and try to balance that. And I want to do it in public so everybody gets an idea if that's okay. That's all I got to add. You good with that? That's good. Good. Okay, keep going. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry for the sidetrack.
No, that's okay.
Needed to
It
happen.
just makes, everybody aware that, we do have other business to attend to as well. I did get a request from the Seneca Conservation District. There were a couple of incorrect joint ditch assessments that we did back in probably September. There were a couple, the percentages were incorrect. So I had to schedule a couple of meetings with Sandusky, Hancock, and Huron counties. We're gonna try to do them all next week, actually next Thursday. One will actually be during our normal board meeting. 2 of them will be outside of that, so we'll have to have special meetings for those. They are on the calendar. Literally, it's a 2-minute meeting. It's not like it takes a lot of time. They'll call us, we'll take care of it, and then, so I just want you to be aware that I am working on that with, because the auditor's office needs that information, so that they can get their information to the state. And then I did receive a letter from John Walter. He is the tenant for the farm lease out in Eden Township behind the sheriff's office. He has requested a relinquish of his contract for this farm ground. He's had some issues out there with some geese, and he was not aware of it, so he has asked to relinquish him from the contract.
Does he finish this year?
He did,
Yeah.
he
So
did,
it's a
and
3-year.
he's paid his rent
Okay.
for 2024.
You worked on it?
Yep.
So, I'm gonna pass a resolution, I'll get a resolution together, basically canceling this contract, or we can make a motion now and I can get that resolution written after the fact, and we can have that.
We had a 3-year lease.
So it was,
He completed
his was a yes, it was
and he
a,
wants out of the last
his
2
was a
years.
3-year lease.
Right,
2
you
years.
talked to
2
him.
years, it was a 2-year lease, it was May 1st of '24 to April 30th of '26. So he's asked to get out of this contract. Prosecutor said that is fine, we just pass a resolution, make a motion. I'll
Rebid it?
I'll put it out for rebid,
Yeah.
and then maybe we can start, fresh with that, so.
So, yeah, we can go ahead and, so moved to accept. Guys are-
Second? I'll second the motion. Any more discussion on your end?
Everything good on your end? I mean,
Yeah, we're good, yeah.
you're the farming czar, so.
So we'll rebid it
Yeah, rebid.
Yeah, we'll put it out for
for
rebid.
3 more years? Okay,
Yep.
Perfect.
Please don't make that my motion.
Can I have a vote then? Commissioner Frankert,
Yes.
Commissioner Schuff,
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso.
Yes.
I believe that is all I have right now.
Okay, good. Any old business? Any old business? Okay, back to you, Barb. New business, sub apps?
I have several for the general fund. I'm just gonna go through these. They're all general fund, but they're for different departments. The road salaries for $61,000, road Medicare for $885, road OPERS for $11,000, jail salaries for $399,788.96, jail Medicare for $7,200, and jail OPERS for $6,618. This is the additional money that we told the sheriff that he would receive to make him whole based off of his contract.
So you got back to you.
So this is the money, and this should get them through to the rest of the year.
Okay.
And then I also have out of general fund, the prosecutor's salaries in the amount of $24,131.70. This was for there were 3 employees who left or retired out of the prosecutor's office, and one of them was a rather large payout when Sharon left. So so we want to make them whole as well. This would get them through the rest of the year as well. And then the last one is general fund, indigent counsel and court costs at $35,000. This is for Tiffin Municipal Court for the remainder of the year. Obviously, in recent years, we've had a lot more people be indigent than not. So they're requesting additional money to take care of those people.
So moved, to accept the supplemental appropriations.
Second.
Okay, discussion, I have 2 comments. I'll try to go in order. This is for the public, Mr. Bridenbaugh. So in 2023, when the sheriff presented his 2024 budget and the commissioners approved the 2024 budget, we had a salary line. This year in 2024, there was a union contract, and that was opened and negotiated. And part of that contract settlement was an upfront payment of, was it $1 an hour?
I think they got $1.
They got $1 an hour immediately, and so that was a 3-year contract. Well, that increase was not in either one of our budget. So we are gonna, it just was an oversight, both sides going forward. We will always ask the question.
Well, it wasn't an oversight, it was the fact that the contract didn't get
It
approved
wasn't
until
approved.
after the budget was
That's fair,
approved.
but we didn't know what the result of the
Correct.
contract would be. And so I think it's just a situation, it's really nobody. But in the future, we will ask, is there a contract mid-year going forward, and then maybe try to have a discussion on what that might be. I think everybody handled it okay, it was just one of those things. So this was a hit to the commissioners in the general fund, it wasn't in the budget. It's being, fortunately, we had the money to pay it, and we are addressing all this going into next year's budget. So this makes that all whole. I like the fact that this is all working out. And then the second thing on the indigent council, I know Jimmy spent a lot of time on it. We are getting percentage reimbursed.
I
from the
believe
state.
it's
almost, I think it's
80% right now.
They increased that pot of money. And I'm not sure how that happens, who fills that paperwork out?
The
Does
courts do that.
Yes.
They-
Was CCAO working on something?
I believe CCO
Yeah.
has been always working on
Yes,
this
they
to
are,
try
yeah.
to make sure that the
Try to
counties
keep it.
keep it,
Hold on
come
to it,
whole.
yeah.
Because at one point in time, probably 5 or 6 years ago, we were only getting 40%.
So
And that's
we,
why I think they rallied and put it together.
And they got it in the
80.
budget so that we have that money, but then it also,
yeah, that's right.
it's just a complicated thing because the state can say, we don't have it in our budget, so
And they
the
capped
county
it.
doesn't get it.
Yeah. Is it okay if I?
Yeah,
Sure,
yeah, yeah.
absolutely. If
It
you
was
have
one of the first things I
information,
worked on when I
We spent a
started
lot
at
of
the
time
county
on this.
6 years ago.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, and great point, Barb. So it used to be around 40. During COVID, for one of the budget cycles, it got close to 100%. It was like 90 to 95%. But it goes based on the budget cycle. So every 2 years, it can change based on how much they, and CCAO in the last 6 years, each time, that's been one of their major talking points, things that they're lobbying for. So I'm not sure where it is now. You said maybe about 80.
I think it's 80%.
So that's a little drop back from where
Yeah.
it was. And I mean, that's something that's required by,
But they put
Well-
a chunk of, the budget, state budget had a chunk of money that ran out. remember?
yeah.
And then so when August hit, there was zero reimbursement for the rest of the year because they ran out of
Yeah.
money. And that's when the CC, so I think the pot got bigger, the percentage got a little more reasonable. But it's a good discussion. We're actually going to talk about it again. I know you've been working on it. We upped it $5 an hour, I think, last year, and the judges are
I think
looking
it
up
went
at
10, I think it was 10,
10.
10 or 15.
They went from 60 to 70, Jimmy.
Yes,
Now they
and
want to go
now-
5
yeah.
more. And, you know, we'll deal with that when you bring it up. But my question is, I think it's like everything. We front this 35,000. The courts fill out paperwork, send it to Columbus. We'll get 80% of that back as an offset.
Mhm.
That's a fair. It might not be that simple, but it kind of works like that.
Yeah, it's kind of how it works, yeah.
Okay. So I just want the public to understand how that works as we try to take everything and break it down. Any other discussion on this? We good? Okay, roll call.
Commissioner Franker?
Yes.
Commissioner Schuff?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
Then on to resolutions. Resolution authorizing payment of late fees on AT&T accounts. I have 3 of them for a total of $473.36. This is for the maintenance office. I know Cheyenne has probably one day every week, she's been trying to get a hold of AT&T to figure out how she can get these removed. It's been going on for as long as she's been with this office, so almost a year and a half. I finally said that enough is enough. We spent more money trying to get it removed than for us just to pay it. So,
And we're current on much of
Yep,
the business will
yep.
be good after that.
I think so.
Okay.
What kind of number about is it?
It's $473.36.
And it's a bunch of accounts?
It's 3 accounts. One of them is $126.05, one is $173.06, and one is $174.25.
Yep. We pay it or you keep arguing for 3
Well,
more years?
and they keep adding late fees on,
They add
so
to it,
it just
and
keeps accumulating. We need to cut our losses and move on.
Okay. Motion.
So move.
Second.
One more discussion. It's open for all of us.
Yeah.
Public understands these late fees, sales tax.
Excuse me.
So, government doesn't pay late fees and doesn't pay sales tax. And so when a bill comes in that has sales tax or late fees, it can't be paid unless the commissioners agree to pay it. It pretty much works like that. We have, since I've been here for 5 years, this comes up periodically. We've taken great measures trying to train the employees that have the credit card. Do they have the tax exempt slip with them? Are they using vendors that we're approved with?
Well, and I will also
But at
say,
times it doesn't
I
happen.
will also say late fees occur when the bill is supposed to be, you're supposed to be able to get it online on a certain day, and you can't get it for 5 or 6 days past that date, and then it's due within 15 days of the date it's billed.
So it's the
So
procedural thing
you're
as well.
running, you're trying, calling the auditor's office saying, hey, I got a bill, can you get it paid this week? No, we can't get it paid this week, so pushes it back a week, so then it becomes
Then it's late.
paid late, so then they're charging late fees. So it's a whole lot of things that happen when this
Well,
occurs.
when you
So
run-
when we're trying to do the best we
When
can,
you run
but
$20+ million through your account, you're gonna have a few of these things, but I just want everybody to know, I don't like this stuff. I don't like paying late fees. I know we do everything we can to avoid it, and we're gonna continue to do that, but.
Maybe
this is one-
we look at a different company. Let's both get this done with it.
Yeah, I mean, everything's on the table always
so.
with our vendors, so that's a good point. Anybody wanna add anything to it? 'Cause I know you love
Right,
paying late fees.
exactly. That's right.
Okay,
Commissioner Franker,
Yes.
Commissioner Schuff,
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso.
yes.
I have resolution establishing the Pivot Fund 1425 on behalf of the Seneca County Commissioners. Actually, it's on behalf of the Seneca County Common Police Court. They have asked, and this had to be approved by the state auditor's office. This is money that they will receive from us, from the One Ohio opioid settlement and from the city of Fostoria and the city of Tiffin.
What was it 2/3 or 3/4?
They get 2/3 of what we receive, and the amount that they will get from that opioid money this year or currently is $105 or $105,253.29 of the money that we have received through One Ohio in 2024.
We received a couple years worth of money.
Yeah.
They get 2/3, a third goes to EMS.
Nice.
Good, nice job.
Motion to approve the resolution.
I'll second.
Okay. Roll call.
Commissioner Franker?
Yes.
Commissioner Schuff?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
Last resolution, authorizing the sale of county-owned property at online auction and fixing date and time for online public auction. This auction will go effective at 6 p.m. tonight on the WM Auctions website. It's WMSOhio.com is the website. And the auction will commence until Wednesday. I've got to read through this because it's not. Wednesday, November 13th at 6 p.m. will be the ending date. There is an inspection date on Tuesday, November the 12th from 3 to 4. And the pickup date will be November 14th from 1 to 4. We have 2 locations, south end of town at the Ag Center, and then the 320 Nelson Street at the old AT building.
Okay, make a motion to approve it.
Second.
You want to explain it real quick?
Sure.
What the thought process is?
Well,
Commissioner Frankfurt and Barb worked on this.
Yeah, I think, through time, we have a lot of extra stuff sitting around, from cabinets to bookcases to, all the stuff from the law library. I mean, it gives everybody opportunity to, rather than just discard them, they can, maybe have some heirlooms or whatever the county, and gives everybody that opportunity to have, if they want to put something in their man cave or whatever, it's an opportunity with that. So just kind of a good way to, rather than, destroy it, give everybody an opportunity, and at the end of the day, we'll see what's left and kind of go from there with it then, so.
We emptied a bunch of basements, attics, and garages.
We scoured a lot of the areas of the county for this.
These
so.
two worked on it, nice job, I know you put a lot of time into it. And see what happens. Yeah. Okay, anything else you want to add?
No,
Commissioner?
just
Good, roll call?
Commissioner Franker?
Yes.
Commissioner Schuff?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
That is all I have.
Okay, anything else from the 4 of us that we want to say before we go to
Hey,
public?
just one more thing, I forgot to say, bring it up. So this Sunday is Tiffin St. Paul's United Methodist celebrating their 200 years. So I got
Glad you
information going on
represent
over there, so, yep, if available, swing on in, so.
Commissioner Frank represented us at Pleasant Ridge, so, yeah, you're doing well with the church.
Yeah, God bless you. Thank you.
Yeah. Public comment, anybody want to say anything? Russ?
Speaking of things to do with 200, the Hourglass Legacy project got concrete poured yesterday, so things are moving along. So thank you again for your support of that, and I'll continue to keep you updated.
Thank you. Yeah. Any other public comment? Councilman?
I'm just reviewing the proposed 2025 budget. And so we're going to be going through that. You understand?
Get it.
The painstaking ways. So it's the first time for me to go through it. So.
Brent's in the back on the ballot for county commissioner. I'll let you speak.
It's just easy.
It's just easy.
Yeah, last night we went down to met with Wyandotte County Commissioners and our state association, and they wanted to meet the new commissioners. And you got anything to add to that?
No, there's just a lot. Everybody has need.
Yeah, we
So-
talked
and
about
you have
Wyandotte County's needs and
Yeah.
the countywide commissioner needs. I thought it was a good meeting, so glad we could go down
It was
there.
good.
Just want you to know I voted for you.
So you might get it.
You might.
Okay, next meeting will be Thursday,
Yes.
November. The
Yeah.
vote will be in,
Yeah.
and same time. See you then. Meeting adjourned.